Hey people, I'm live on Thursday evening. It is May 25th, I think. 6:45 in the evening and around 15 degrees Celsius. So welcome everyone to the live stream. And I'm on Sherbourne Street. That's looking across at Allen Gardens. We're going to make our way north up into some Richie Rich areas just north of downtown. And hello to Advisorit and John Burke, hello to you, and Yogi and Brett Mallon and Gertish, hello, and Wesley, John O'Meara, hello, Nancy Mattis, hello. Yeah, I know Johnny's still finishing up his stream. Hey, Kevin Hawthorne, Craig O'Connor, Hunter Stewart Hobbies, good to see you. Snurt Chick, hello, Steph Curry, Joe Smith, Craig Dwyer, hello, Michael Wynn, and Whitby Dude, and Sunjib. Good to have you all here. That's right, John O'Meara. Doesn't have the same ring as Saturday night, but we'll have to make do. Hello, No, watching from Argentina, or is it Noe watching from Argentina? Welcome. Hello, Wanda E, Eyes of Jade. Jacqueline S, hello to you. More Bare Naked Ladies songs that I don't know. I guess I'm not that big of a fan as I thought I was, at least after about the year 2000 or so. Hey Ma Yen, how you doing? Wilford, hello, thank you very much. Good evening, Jeff. And hello, Money. Yeah, we're just crossing Carlton. John Nicholson, watching both me and Johnny. That's the way to do it. Hey, Rhonda Lloyd, good evening. Joe Smith, I am indeed. I am indeed. And you can see them. I did not watch the Blue Jays, no. I was just sort of chilling at home watching YouTube. Yeah, let's just follow this guy up ahead for the entirety of the stream. Let's just see where we end up. Yeah, they're pretty new. I just got these, I guess, last fall, late summer. I guess it was fall, not that long ago. And I hope the stream looks good. I hope the picture quality is good. I hope the gimbal is stabilizing things well enough and all that sort of thing. It looks good from what I can see. Do I wear? I've never, I don't think I've ever worn Jordans actually. Hey, Foil Hat, hello. Right, Joe Smith? Hello, Sebastian. How you doing? Wow, she was tall. She was probably like over 6 feet. I don't want to walk too close to this guy though, because then I'll have to inhale the secondhand smoke. Hey, Nikki Woods. Hello, hello. I'm having a great week, thanks. I hope you are too. I was just looking at your YouTube channel earlier today, actually. Yes, indeed, Nancy, he is. Hey, a little flower watching from Miami Beach. Go Panthers. The Leafs are completely down and out now, so why not? Why not say go Panthers? That place is fairly new, Sweet Addictions. Got all kinds of yummy little treats in there. Hey, Gordon Freeman. I don't think he was smoking marijuana. I think it was just a plain old cigarette. Hello, Abe. How are you? Crossing Wellesley. So I thought I'd make my way up into Rosedale and we'd walk through a bit of that neighborhood. That's the Richie Rich area just north of downtown. And then I thought I'd continue on heading north. But eventually I'll make my way back south into downtown again towards the end of the stream. It's been a while since I've done a walk through Rosedale. Jeez, that guy was just like not giving any space whatsoever. Yeah, Joe, I do remember that guy, yeah. Hey, Alan K, hello. Whitby, dude, north of Bloor. It's not even like the same universe. Oh, hey Vivian, welcome, and yes, thank you for the update. Yes, Mr. Strides is finished. And Nancy Mattis, $5. Your antics, I hope, are entertaining. They're always entertaining, Nancy. My day has been alright so far today. I've just sort of been chilling for the most part. Thank you very much for the $5 super. St. Jamestown. Hey, Marie Palmer, Mark S, Vanless Dweller. So we're getting some people popping over from Johnny's stream now. Welcome all. Brad Palmer, hello. Funny Dog, what's up? Yeah, this is the Fresh Co where I often come to get my, you know what I like to get at this Fresh Co, right? I think I've talked about it about 20 times. Do I ever go to Brampton? Says Money. I've been through on a few videos on a Go bus and a Go train. I've done some videos. I've never done a video walking around though, but I might do that one day. Gertish, you got it, Gertish, you got it. Hey, Yarrow Bumblefoot, hello. Will Chan, good day. Yeah, I'm doing really well, Mark, thanks. Joe, yeah, he was just one of those people every once in a while who like thinks I'm not moving over an inch. If someone is walking towards me, I am going to be the alpha of the sidewalk and people have to move out of my way kind of thing. He was one of those guys, right? Hey, Vivian Johnson, $13.99 for ice cream bars and pizza. Wow, thank you so much, Vivian. Very generous, and you know what I love? And indeed, I will be stopping off after the stream to pick up some stuff to take home. And thank you for supporting my ability to eat good pizza. Good, I have it in quotation marks. How good can it be if it's from a frozen food section at the grocery store? But hey, I like it. Sassafras. Well, it's like this cool old hotel here, the Isabella Hotel. Will Chan, you get it. That's right. I'm going to make the most of enjoying the Delicio pizzas while they're still available in Canada. As you may have heard recently, they're going to be pulling all the Delicio pizza brand out of Canada. Whitby dude, no, she didn't. Usually the cooking happens when I go visit her in Guelph, not when she comes to visit me. My kitchen is not really a home-cooked meal friendly kitchen, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, Nikki, that's right. You lived over here in St. Jamestown, right? You lived in one of these smaller buildings, right? Maybe like this one over here. Was it that one? It was one of those, right? One of these smaller ones. I remember. Yeah, Megan's doing great. I'm not sure what I'll be doing for doors open. Yeah. The only thing I thought so far would be going up to the top of the TD Center tower, because I know that's going to be open this year for the weekend, so I might do that. Maybe take some nice photos or video from the top of the iconic Toronto Dominion Center tower. Big water place. Oh, you mean the water treatment plant, right? At the end of Queen Street. RJ Harris, or water, was it the RJ Harris water treatment plant? Something like that. I don't know if I'll make it out there or not. We'll see. RC Harris? Yeah, RC Harris. That's it. City Hall observation deck is open. Yeah, I might check that out too. I did all this stuff before, obviously, in past doors opens, but not since my channel became a thing, you know? Last time I did it, my channel was just barely even starting out. Hey, Sammy Woo, hello. The card is here. Engage. Whoop 9.9. Engage. Hey, Miguel. Hello. Zach Thong. I beat you to it, Nancy. I hope everything's all right, Mark S. Yes, my condolences go out to you and your family. Alan K, 220 super sticker. Thank you very much, Alan. The support is greatly appreciated. I could get 2 bottles of Freshco root beer for that. 2 of the big 2-liter bottles. Alright, so here's where Sherbourne crosses over from one reality into another reality. South of Bloor is the Sherbourne that everyone knows about and talks about. But north of Bloor, no one ever talks about this part of Sherbourne because they don't have anything bad to say about it. Hey, welcome 121 H-Man off-grid. Rosedale Valley Road down there. I walked all along there in a video not all that long ago. It was pretty scenic and enjoyable walk. The sun! The sun! Ugh! Ah, that's better. Looks like a country lane. Yeah, sort of. When you're walking along it, all the trees and everything down in the valley really buffer the effects of the city all around it. It's kind of easy to pretend that you're not even in the city at all. Hey, crikey, hello. Gabby, yeah, definitely a very, very beautiful day. And we're coming into Rosedale. This is where the houses start to get really big. This was all developed in the early 1900s as an English-style garden suburb. At that time, it was not considered to be like in the heart of the city. It was sort of detached from like the rest of the city, but the city just grew right around it. And now it's literally on the edge of downtown. It's kind of a funny way it all worked out, to have a neighborhood like this so close to the heart of downtown Toronto. I guess they just weren't expecting Toronto to grow into the giant city that it became. Money. If the mood strikes, I might assault your eardrums with some tunage. But I had someone comment recently on one of my videos that I should never ever do that. That I should just give up on all that singing nonsense altogether for the benefit of everyone's eardrums. I can't really argue too much with that. I never claimed to be a good singer, you know. So this is Elm Street here. I'm just a shower singer who transferred it over to YouTube live streams without the awesome shower acoustics to help me out. So check out these houses, man. They're like ginormous. That's just all one house there. And like you can see through the trees, like some of the skyscrapers near the Yorkville neighborhood. That's how close we are to big downtown buildings and whatnot. Hey Harjot, how you doing? A shower busker, right? That's how I see it, Vivian. It's just goofing around, having some fun. No one has to take all this stuff seriously. I'm not auditioning for The Voice or anything. Oh, thanks, Whitby Dude, yeah. I do think that I am a good whistler, though. I never claimed to be a good singer, but I think I am a good whistler. Gabby, yeah, that's a neighborhood I would like to explore. And look at this house here, another gigantic palace. I just wanted to let that person pass. They're dragging their feet. I don't want to have that sound behind me for the entire way. Joe Smith, $1.25 super chat. Thank you very much, Joe. Thank you for your support. I hope you enjoy the walk through all the fancy pants neighborhoods. I'll just take a peek at some of the houses down here. I've always thought if I was going to get a big ass mansion, I would want it to have pillars. That's where it really has that look of like you're not messing around, you know, like my house has pillars. All you non-pillar houses are just a bunch of wannabes, right? This is like the real deal here. Check me out, check out my massive pillars, yo. Like, oh, there's more on this side. And there's apartments in Rosedale too. That's the thing. It's not all these big detached mansions. There are actually apartment buildings sprinkled around the neighborhood. Quite a few of them, actually. And there's decent bus service too. So this is not like a typical suburban-esque area in many respects. It's very connected to the core of the city. See another tall building in the background there. Hey, Marcia Mack, good evening. And of course, Rosedale has its own subway station, Rosedale Station, over on Yonge Street. That's on the west side of the neighborhood. Glen Road. All right, we're going to follow Glen Road here. This will take us up into the more northerly reaches of the neighborhood and up into the Summer Hill area, which is another wealthy neighborhood right adjacent to Rosedale. Pillars make a statement, right? Check out my girthy pillars. They're girthier than your pillars. So this is like a semi-detached here. It's like 2 units. Hey, Dago Thex. LAB, hello. And the houses of all different styles too, right? No two houses look the same. Except for the apartments, as I mentioned. But these ones are pretty nice, being they're semi-detached, but each one is still a big-ass house, each side, right? My mansion would need a fire escape, most definitely. I don't think I could live in a fire escapeless mansion. I think the house across the way has pillars also, although they have this fence and much vegetation surrounding the house.
Okay, let's go. No, yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Can't really get a good look at it.
We should be closer. I think it's too long of a show.
See through the trees there, there's girthy looking pillars. I think they were girthier than the other houses' pillars. They probably scoffed down the street at the lesser pillars.
Which side am I? You're on this side. You're walking this side. Nick's walking through here.
Massive house there.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So Nick, I'm gonna get you like kind of walking with me through this. That'll touch your up close to your face.
This is one of the busier corners here in the neighborhood. I'll go right after this car. All right. South Street and Glen Road. Yeah, it's very lush around here too. The city really looks lush this year with all the greenery. I don't know what it is, just the trees and hedges and everything just look extra green. The leaves look extra big. Drake, he lives in a different rich neighborhood called the Bridle Path. That's a more suburban neighborhood in North York. On much bigger lots. Like Rosedale, the houses are actually on fairly small lots and pretty close together. The Bridle Path is a whole different beast. Each mansion is like on its own mini estate. Oh yeah, Rosedale is much older too. And you can look through the valley here. That's looking over towards the Don Valley Parkway. And those apartment buildings are on Broadview Avenue. See more buildings. That's looking towards St. Clair Avenue, Yonge and St. Clair over there. And that is a long way down. Wow. I don't know how well that'll show up in the video, but that's a long way down. Whoa. The gimbal didn't like what I did there. I'm not sure what time sunrise is. Probably close to 9 o'clock now. Maybe like 8:30ish. Yeah, 9. Yeah, it's getting to the point where the days are very long, getting close to the summer solstice, I guess, which is in June, right? Alright, so now we're in the more northern section of Rosedale. Check this house out. It's a very modernist looking one here. Maybe a more traditional looking stone mansion there. Whoa, this is a snazzy looking one. So what do you think these houses go for? Like 7 million? Look, bus service. 82 Rosedale to Rosedale Station. I guess I'm excited to do some fun things this summer. I'm not really excited about super hot, muggy summer weather though, but everything else I'm looking forward to. Probably, I'd say I definitely will be going up to North Bay in the summer. And Megan's going to be coming with me, so we'll be doing some North Bay content together. It's my hometown up north. I think August is the plan for us to take a trip up there. This is Glen Road we're currently on. Bales is in North Bay. Hey, awesome, another North Bayite. We got a few North Bayites in the chat here. Yeah, Niagara Falls has always been a thing I've wanted to do. Maybe I'll fit that in this summer. It gets just as hot in Toronto as it does where you are, Nancy. Like, you can get up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit on like a really hot, muggy summer day. I most likely will, Mark, at some point. So some of the houses are starting to look a little more modest now. But still plenty of big-ass mansions around. Can I run for 1 kilometer? I've never tried. I can walk very quickly for many kilometers, which I've done. I'm not sure about a full-on run though. Is that what you call Tudor style? These ones have a bit of an English look to them, as many of the houses do, obviously. As I mentioned, it was designed as an English-style garden suburb in the early 1900s. It's like a wizard's house, yeah. Wow, those are some big houses looking down this way. I like all the sturdy looking brick edifices all around. I'm not a beer drinker, actually. Never had a taste for beer. I remember I sipped it a few times as a young guy, and I was like, this is not for me. So I think this will take us up to Summerhill Avenue, and that's where Glen Road ends. And there's actually a neat little commercial stretch along part of Summerhill. Very small though, just a little neighborhood stretch of shops. And I think there's a market. I did miss a lot of keg parties, yes, that's true. I only drink beer made from roots. Yeah. Look at this house. It's like so long and narrow. It goes like it's like very elongated, I guess that's the word. Hey, which mansion is yours, man? I live in the elongated mansion. Look for the elongated house on Glen Road. That's right. Everything about me is elongated, including my house. Hey, Tom Bikes, what's up? This one has a proper massive gate. No pillars though. If it had this gate and pillars, this would be the winner. The winner of the neighborhood. Like surrounded by every sort of tree you can imagine. Wonder if that's a bedroom up there at the top of the turret. That'd be a nice view. Tom Seeley, $5 to build some pillars out of my paper towel tubes in front of my apartment door. What a fantastic idea, Tom. Thank you very much. I'm going to go buy a whole bunch of paper towel rolls right after the stream and get to work. I'll paint them white and everything. I use an Android phone, a Samsung Galaxy F20 SE. Or is it F20S? Oh god, well, you know what I'm talking about. I might have gotten some of those letters and numbers inverted. S20FE. Yeah, I think that's it, yeah. I don't see any reason to replace this phone. I think it still looks plenty nice. I've gotten enough compliments saying the stream looks good and all that sort of thing, so I'm just going to keep on using it. So actually Glen Road continues up that way, so it doesn't end here. It does continue, but I am going to walk along Summer Hill. Hey JK, thank you. Hey, welcome Gabby. Yes, Glen Road continues, and so do I, but just in a different direction. Hey, thank you, Joe. We got some apartment buildings. Rosedale Garden Apartments. Although we're not in Rosedale anymore as far as I know. Oh, these buildings are actually connected together. It's all like one building. A big U shape. And here's the market, Summer Hill Market. Well, I hadn't considered that money, but I'm not sure if that's even possible. I have done walks all around the Sky Dome during a Blue Jays game, though, to check out all the activity. Stone art and design. And here's that little strip of commercial businesses here. Rosedale Apartments. These don't look like expensive apartments though. I'm sure the rents are not cheap or anything, but it's obviously not a upscale apartment building. Everything says Rosedale this, Rosedale that. Maybe this is still considered Rosedale. I just assumed this was considered the Summer Hill area now. But maybe Rosedale does creep up this far. I'll have to look at the neighborhood boundaries later on. Got Rosedale 1 Hour Cleaners. Rosedale's finest specialty foods. I have listened to Tupac a long time ago, but not, you know, at least the last 15-20 years. Hey, punch buggy black, no punchbacks. That's what Volkswagens look like now, huh? Neat. All right, here's this little pedestrian bridge going over the rail tracks. I haven't walked over this in a long time. I remember there was some good views of downtown, but with all the leaves out now, I'm not sure if we'll be able to see it. And what a lovely addition to the Rosedale neighborhood. Avert your eyes. Hey Raja, hello. How far from downtown? Well, we started the stream still within downtown, so that was less than an hour ago. To get right down to, say, like Dundas Square or Union Station would take a bit longer. I can see the Four Seasons Hotel in Yorkville there. There it is. Hey, quad mods. Hey, Jamil. Yes, it is very beautiful. Yeah, all the trees are blocking the view of the city. I walked over here in the wintertime once and you could make out the Yorkville skyline pretty well. Yeah, this is a really neat bridge here. There's the railway tracks. I get out there with my chainsaw. Whoa! My gimbal is being temperamental right now. It doesn't like when I make sudden movements. Have I been to York Memorial High School? Like, walk past it? I think I've walked past it. I don't think I have a video though where I walk past it. Was there a love lock? Oh, I didn't even notice it. I think that's the CP rail corridor, if I'm not mistaken, Emma. That's the one that crosses over Yonge Street, where the old liquor store, well, where the liquor store is. A weak signal notification. That's because I'm walking through a no man's land here. Hello, David. All right. Those retaining walls are probably like killing the signal. Yeah, and that was a bit of an uphill jaunt there. I remember one time years ago, I was walking through here at night. Trying to get back to Yonge Street or St. Clair Avenue. And every street I tried to go down was like a dead end, or it was a crescent that looped around and led back to where I began. And it took me quite a while to finally find a proper street that would lead me out of the neighborhood. Do I drink water on my walks? Not usually. I don't bring anything with me. I just sort of go. Tom Bikes, that's right. Inglewood is right up ahead, which in the winter becomes Kringlewood with all the inflatable Santa Clauses lining the whole street. Hey, Chatty Cathy, hello. Hey, Chris back. Yeah, it's all looking very green and lush. I was just talking about that earlier. Clara Cabell. So this is Inglewood, I think. So this is where you come around Christmas time to see inflatable Santas lining the entire street in front of many of the homes. Not so much, right, LRM Guitars? We'll see if we can find one. No rust there. That chrome is Pretty shiny. How about that one across the street? What's with these people taking good care of their vehicles? How about this one? This is just like an Audi fest here. 1, 2, 3 of them parked there. BMW. So this is where all the cars are parked that never seem to properly stop at stop signs or use their turn signals whenever I've been walking around the city. And of course, don't forget Mercedes. Hey, Jamie, 1985. I think Johnny was streaming through here one time and a lady came up in a car or something and questioned him as to what he was doing. Like all suspicious. Like, should you be doing that in this neighborhood? Are you sure you belong here? That kind of thing. I think they actually circled around. They passed him one time, saw him, and then sort of circled around and came back again just to question him. Money. I'd have to watch all the other Fast and Furious movies first. I've never seen any of them. How many are there now? I think that would be a full-time job, just catching up on all the past Fast and Furious movies. Wow. Yep. I have a lot of watching to do. This is Mount Pleasant Road. This is like an expressway here. Is this one of those intersections where I have to press the button? There is no button. Okay, there it is. Sometimes if you don't press the button, it just pretends that pedestrians aren't a thing. And it'll just continuously give green lights to the cars. Speaking of Fast and Furious, look at how these cars are going. Holy cow, can I get across here? finally. Sure. Like, that took a bit too long. Alright, pretty soon we're going to be in a more urban looking environment, because this will take me right out onto St. Clair Avenue. Still a very upscale area here though. Not quite Rosedale, but they're still paying millions for these houses. So last Christmas I didn't come up here to Inglewood to check out the inflatable Santas, so maybe this Christmas I will. I have done it before though, in other Christmases. Brad, you went to Deschaney Falls? Is that where you went? Oh, definitely have to check out the replay of that. That's a big waterfall just outside of North Bay. Ah, the sun! Quick, Buffy, throw me a blanket. Yeah, you got that right, Mike. I think if I didn't press the button, I probably would have stood there forever. It's like, you don't exist. You must press the button to exist. If you do not press the button, we will assume that you are not there. Haha, Nancy, you watched Buffy, I take it. Or Angel. Boom, St. Clair Avenue. All right. Clara? Well, everyone will have a different answer to that question, but me personally, I prefer Toronto over Vancouver. That's just my preference. Just has a much more bigger city look and feel to it. A lot more fast-paced and all that sort of thing. More walkable neighborhoods outside of downtown. And much taller buildings. which I am a fan of. Yeah, another nice ravine here. Hey, the happy-go-lucky one. Hello, hello. Hey, no worries. Better late than never. There's no place like Pembroke. I've been to Pembroke many times. Small, very small city between North Bay and Ottawa on Highway 17. I think actually I might have as many subscribers now as the population of the city of Pembroke, which is kind of funny. Or close to it anyway. Yeah, that's true, Quad Mods. Alright, now it looks like we're back in a city again. So we're in Midtown, walking along St. Clair Avenue. I have a step counter app on my phone, Money, that lets me know what I've done. Usually a 1 hour walk would be about 6,000 steps. So a 2 hour stream would be about 12,000 steps. Hey, Canadian lady is in the house with a $10 super. Looks like a lovely evening there. It is a very lovely evening. Thank you very much for your generous support, Canadian lady. I appreciate it. I'm going to plug in my power bank now instead of waiting for my battery to get too low, so it doesn't have any excuse to suddenly die. Alright, we are plugged in. Oh yeah, I have no doubt I will reach the 2 hour mark unless something happens that prevents me from doing so. 2 hours is usually the minimum time I stream these days. 2.5 hours is pretty typical. And every once in a while I'll do one of the longer ones over 3 hours. Temiskaming, Quebec. I have been Whitby Dude. That's sort of North Bay's neighboring town in the province of Quebec. It's about a 45-minute drive from North Bay to the Quebec border where Temiskaming is. the Taqueria. Playa Cabana. I used to like KFC chicken, but I haven't had that in a very long time. But I was a big fan once upon a time. I still like the smell of it though. When I'm walking past a KFC, I'm still like, that still smells good. I just don't eat it anymore. Alright, so St. Clair Avenue. This is still a pretty upscale neighborhood here, the intersection of Yonge and St. Clair. Still lots of wealthy people live around here. Even some of the old apartment buildings here are kind of upscale. Shenanigans, I like it. This is a word I like to use whenever I can. I think the last time I used it was during my stream where I ran into Johnny, where I was like, I'm wise to your shenanigans, Mr. Strides. Hey, Toronto's doo-wop music guy. Have I been to Restool? Yeah, I think I have actually. I've been to almost all of those little places all around North Bay. There's places like Corbeil, Bonfield, Sturgeon Falls, which is a bigger town, but still close by. West Nipissing is what the area is called there now. Mattawa, Temagami, which is a beautiful area. Got Powassan, South River, Trout Creek, Sunridge, don't forget about Sunridge, Maclang, Plymouth, Chrysler Dodge, in sunny Sunridge, sells for less. Na 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 na. He's like, what the hell is he doing? maybe Brad or Marie recognized that jingle from a TV commercial. Yeah, I've been to Leduc in Edmonton, yep. Nice old apartment. And Brooks Falls. How could I forget Brooks Falls? Yeah, the Glenn Gould apartment is up ahead. It looks very similar to this one. It's a bit taller. Hey, Sapand, welcome, welcome. What is this here? Private property. Does that mean I can't go in and look? Or maybe I'll just stick my arm in. Like a nice little wooded spot there with some benches and pathways. Lasers, right? But look, the gates are wide open. It says private property, but the gates are wide open. But it says no dogs. Zap! I just got zapped by the lasers! Oh no, the alarms are going off! Oh dang! Look how nice it is, though. First time I've ever took a peek in here. Granite Place. Is that right, Bunny Dog? Ah, kind of looks like a place where the Governor General would live. Hey, John G. Sirwick. Tell him I'm selling magazine subscriptions. I'll use that. Hey, Chico and the Van. What is up? Welcome. I've said it before, but I kind of prefer this part of St. Clair Avenue over Eglinton Avenue in Midtown. I find this stretch is just a lot more visually pleasing. A much more kind of urbane look. Urbane with an E. And we have this thing. Man holding tall building. I take it that's a condo or something, although it looks more like an office tower, but it needs balconies to look like a proper condo. And that's the Glenn Gould building there where he lived for most of his adult life. It represents inflation. I guess that makes sense. You love Glenn Gould? Yeah, me too. Hey, good night, Nancy. Have yourself a great evening. Thank you for your support earlier. Appreciate it. Apartments and condos here are pretty expensive. That white one over there across the street is really upscale. I'm not sure what the rents are in there, but you're paying a lot to live in that building there. Whitby dude, yeah, have a good one. 512 St. Clair. Hey, Fifi Connie L, thank you very much. Yeah, if you're enjoying, by all means, be like Fifi and hit that like button. And if you do like it, why not hit the subscribe button too? Hey, it makes sense, right? Or don't. Avenue Road, looking north. So Forest Hill is just all right up there, over in that direction. All these apartment buildings are pretty expensive still, all along Avenue Road here. Hey Jeanette, hello, hello, welcome. Now you can kick back after work and grocery shopping. Hey, have a good one, Whitby dude. No cover charge. Thank you, Vivian, yes. Bradgate Arms Retirement Residence. Kind of a nice looking old apartment here. I can imagine, Jeanette. I spy with my little eye. If I can get the gimbal to straighten. Looks so far away when it's not zoomed in. Definitely keep continuing. Didn't make that my tagline for nothing. Imagine I ended every video with, and maybe I will continue. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, you can see that tower from very far away in some spots if you're on high ground. I remember whenever I would be driving, or taking the bus or whatever down into Toronto from North Bay, when I was a kid, when it was still really exciting to come to Toronto, you know, like, oh, we're going to Toronto, yay! I would always be staring out the front window, waiting to catch my first glimpse of the CN Tower. And there was one spot where I was always able to see it for the first time, which is about 60 kilometers north of the city. And I was like, there it is! And I'm pretty sure you can still spot it from that same location. It hasn't changed. What are they doing here? Are they tearing down this old apartment? And there's the Balmoral Apartments. Probably the most beautiful older apartment building in Midtown. I don't even think downtown has one this nice. This might be the nicest old apartment building in the whole city, really. But I'm still trying to figure out what they're doing across the street here. Because this looks like a fairly old building too. That looks like it's being torn down. Priestly demolition. All the windows are smashed and everything, so it's definitely vacant. How did I not know about this? I wonder what they're going to be building in place there. Yeah, what was this? I'm going to have to look on Google Street View later to see what this was. So this is Balmoral Avenue. I'm going to follow this back over to Yonge Street. Because walking along that part of Avenue Road is not the worst, but it's not the best either. It's kind of just like a very wide corridor of traffic. And this is a very nice residential street here that will lead us back over to Yonge Street. Yeah, I guess it's not the most architecturally significant building, but it looked fairly old. I don't know. If they're building something really nice in place of it, I won't complain too much. Hey, there's a New Yorker. Is today Mike Myers' birthday? That's funny because earlier I went, Shaw! That's his character from Wayne's World. I didn't even know that it was his birthday. Well, happy birthday, Mike Myers. Would I drive a Tesla? I guess. I don't see why not. As long as it didn't try to take over. Still a pretty upscale area here. Basically every place we've walked through in the stream has been upscale. Even these connected houses here. Brett Mallon, is that what it was? Well, hey, thanks. I just couldn't place it in my mind what it was, or I guess it wasn't that interesting. It smells really good here. I think all this sort of thing is putting a nice sweet scent in the air. Speaking of smelling good, I recorded a video yesterday that will be up on the channel coming after, I think maybe tomorrow, where I walked past a chocolate factory and holy moly, the whole area just smelled like Kit Kat bars and and Arrows and coffee crisps. I was just going like, be nice to live around here and just stick your face out the window and take a nice deep breath. Hey, Chris Mills, hello. Yeah, that's right, Vivian. I went on a trip to Vancouver and I did some videos and a live stream. Good question, Chico in the van. I'm not sure what's for dinner yet. Is that right, Vivian? Yeah. I toyed with the idea of calling that video Kenny in the Chocolate Factory, but I decided against it. You can just imagine that's what it's called if you prefer it. And we're just about at Yonge Street. It smells really good here too. Not like chocolate though. Hey, Chuck Diamond is going to be in the city tomorrow. Awesome. And I think the weather's going to be good, Chuck, so you should have a great time. And Doors Open is also happening. Plenty of cool things to check out if that's your cup of tea. Beautiful old fire hall. (1911). Yeah, I think it's going to be sunny and in the mid-20s for the weekend. So like summer-like weather. "41 stories proposed for this corner." Hello, watching from Trinidad and Tobago. I never know quite how to pronounce your name there. Hey, thanks, Matt. Or Matt. Yeah, I put in my AC a couple weeks ago, Vivian, but I barely used it because it got hot there a couple weeks back, and I was like, okay, I'm putting it in, but then the hot weather didn't last, so I haven't really used it that much other than a few brief moments here and there. But this weekend, I think it will definitely be turned on, because if the temperature gets up to 25 degrees, my apartment feels like 30 degrees inside. And I cannot stand for that. I will not abide that. All right, Miguel, have a great evening. Enjoy the game. I hope your team wins. I'll let this guy go. Right, Vivian? Yep. What the heck is happening in here? Sounds noisy, whatever it is. I rarely ever walk down this side of Yonge Street going south, because I always want to walk on the other side because the view is a bit better, but it's pretty good from this side too. Do I know any Rush songs? Angela wants to know. I do know some, but there's no way I can approximate Geddy Lee's singing voice to do it any justice. Unless it's old Geddy Lee after he sort of lost his high notes. Sprawling on the fringes of the city. Yeah, that's just the beginning of the song before he gets going too high, so that's all I can do. Subdivisions. I can do that part. Subdivisions. Subdivisions. Fort York District. Yeah, that's a good area, Chuck, to be staying. Very walkable. Easily walk right into the heart of the city in just a short amount of time. Saw Rush 3 times. I envy you, Chuck. There's no more Rush. Once Neil is gone, that's it. The band is over. It's not like other bands where you can just get a new drummer. No, you cannot do that with Rush. Just like Led Zeppelin. Once John Bonham died, Led Zeppelin was over. I'm surprised the Rolling Stones are still going without Charlie Watts. And the Foo Fighters just got a new drummer also. Yeah, 2112 is awesome. I found a cool video on YouTube that depicts the entire song in like comic book form stills, like you're reading a comic. It was pretty cool. First time in the late 80s, that's when Getty still had his voice. You know, when he was still at full power. That would have been a great time to see them. Boxcar Social. Lots of nice restaurants, shops all along this part of Yonge Street here. Still pretty fancy. And there's the big fancy liquor store where the old train station used to be, the North Toronto Rail Station. And that's the train tracks going across that we saw earlier when I walked over that pedestrian bridge. Hey Wesley, have a good night. Thank you for watching for a while. Hope to see you next time. Hey, that's awesome, Chuck. I think a lot of people were inspired by Rush. Is that fountain running now? It looks like they have it finally up and running again. The cool fountain across the street that dumps all the water down. But the question is, when are they going to turn on the fountain at Birksey Park? Carol Pope at the Gasworks. I wonder if Mike Myers was there. He used to hang out there. I saw an old SCTV clip where Carol Pope and Rough Trade were on an episode of SCTV. They sang High School Confidential. The fish fountain. I'm not holding my breath on that one. For some reason, it seems like the city has given up trying to get that fountain going. like a whole different experience walking along this side of the street. I don't think I've ever done it. Everything looks different, but the same, but different. I bet you they've been getting tons of complaints about it, Vivian. Oh yeah, Chuck, those are long gone. It is business as usual. It's been like that for a while now. Yeah, I know, I've done a big loop. Listening to some interesting music there as they double up on the scooter.
Well, that'll probably fix the problem.
Thanks for the updates, Sapand. Did you have a good walk, Harjot? It's a nice night for it.
It's the first time.
Nice stretch of shops here. The Rebel House. The Alaska. Never noticed that before. And whoa, Chuck Diamond, a $20 super. Thank you. Love the city. And thank you, Chuck Diamond, for the generous super chat. I love the city too, and I hope you love it even more after you get to walk its streets there this weekend. Very much appreciated. Hello, Pamela. Good to see you. Any rebels there?
I told her she's
Yeah, lots of great spots to take some photos. This is Rosedale subway station. I mentioned this like near the beginning of the stream. Ramsden Park. I think I'm gonna take a right though before I get to the Masonic Temple building. Belmont Street right up ahead. I'm going to take a right here. The best thing about tonight's walk is I'm wearing a t-shirt and I haven't even had a hint of being sweaty yet in the entire walk. When I get home, I can just be like, yep, I don't have to jump in the shower. I can just sit down and relax. Not have to peel my shirt off like it's a wet cloth or something. I always thought this was a charming street here. There's a shit ton of traffic though. Like, what is the deal? A little skinny side street like this, but it has more traffic than Yonge Street. Like, look at these. How nice are those? Imagine just stepping out your front door and just having the city just available. A nice charming area. If there wasn't so much traffic, that is. It's a bypass street. Yeah, it seems to be. Another awesome little row. Heritage building. This one is designated Toronto Historical Board. Doesn't say how old it is though. But it dates from the 19th century by the looks of it. Hey, later, Sapand. It was awesome to have you. And there's more over here. And this is a pretty cool view, looking south into Yorkville. It's like, there's no mistaking you're in a big city. In case you were forgetting about that fact. This one's for sale. What do you think a small attached unit just on the edge of Yorkville costs? Probably still $1 million. From the 1870s. Yeah, it looks like it. I'm gonna walk down this laneway if I can get across the street. Hey, Jennifer Gala, how you doing? Hear all the birdies chirping. There's Ramsden Park again. Oh, that's where those sirens were headed we heard earlier. This will take you down into the park. Big staircase here. You can hear people playing tennis down there. There's a bunch of tennis courts, obviously. And there's a accessible way to get down also. Hey, the unknown commenter. Hello, hello, welcome. I don't see any sign of anything happening here. I'm not sure if this was a false alarm. Also very charming here. This is sort of similar to Belmont where we just were, except this is not a through street with tons of traffic. And it has this cool little median here. Someone's smoking in the boys' room. Somebody call Nikki 6. We'll get to the bottom of this. Don't bother trying to call Tommy Lee. We know what he's up to. Or we don't want to know what he's up to, I guess. It's funny you mentioned Motley Crue because when Megan was visiting me last weekend, I was watching one of those 80s videos streaming channels, and a Motley Crue video came on, and Megan was intrigued, shall we say. And I guess when she got home, she looked into it and found out that she loved Motley Crue, and now she's discovering all kinds of 80s metal that she was never really aware of before, or at least just barely aware of it anyway. And she's been sending me videos every once in a while, every few hours, saying, oh, this is a good one too. So she's discovered Motley Crue, she's discovered Def Leppard. basically the pop metal that sprang up in the 80s, and some of it became known as hair metal, such as Motley Crue. She's really digging it. And I'm having a good time as she's discovering all this stuff. I was never a fan of that style of music personally, but it does have a nostalgia factor for me, so it's fun for me when she talks about it or shows me a video. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that one. So I told her next time she's visiting, we have to watch the Netflix movie that came out a few years ago called The Dirt. And then she can get a taste of the debauchery that Motley Crue was known for. Yeah, more of an AC/DC fan. Yeah, the thing with these so-called hair metal bands is real metal fans never took them seriously, right? Like people who like Judas Priest and Iron Maiden scoffed at bands like Motley Crue. It's like, pfft. Even Def Leppard was not really held in high regard among the purists, the metal purists, I guess you could say. They weren't exactly hair metal, but they were pop metal. Yes, that's a good movie, Tom Bikes. That's an awesome movie. Hey, we're on Hazelton Avenue. So we're still walking through some ritzy areas here. That's kind of the theme of the stream, I guess you figured out by now. And this will take us right into the heart of Yorkville. Striper, yeah. Or what about Cinderella? Or Skid Row. Warrant, don't forget Warrant. Striper dressed like bumblebees. Yeah. Motorhead, yeah. That's serious metal there. And she's also been dabbling in some Metallica too. She sent me a Metallica song from their early period when they were like thrash, which is nothing like hair metal, so we'll see how she likes that. I remember Nelson, yep. And what about Rat? Remember Rat? Smells good again. Yep. Suffice it to say, I never imagined that one day Megan would become a fan of metal. Even if it's hair metal or pop metal. Yeah, lilacs smell good. Alright, we're coming into the heart of Yorkville. Just Journey? I guess they play Just Journey songs. I don't think she's gotten to power metal yet in Wing Zero. She did mention speed metal, which might be similar to thrash. I don't know. All these micro genres can be a bit much sometimes. I can hear all the activity down on Yorkville Avenue. We'll see if she ventures into the wonderful world of death metal and black metal. New metal. We don't want to go there. That was probably the worst of them all. People thought hair metal was bad. I'd listen to hair metal any day over new metal. And here we have Yorkville Avenue. Hey Estelle, hello, hello. I hope you're feeling better. In keeping with the fancy theme. Hey, look, it's Versace. Should I walk in and go, hey, is this Versace? I got 25 bucks. What can I get for my girlfriend for 25 bucks here in Versace? That's right. I was going to make a joke about channel, but I've done that so many times. George Hamilton. Is he still alive? Hey, Epic Nation. Howdy, howdy. Veronica Beard. Seems like an odd combination of words. I guess that's her name. Shows what I know. That's probably the fanciest hotel in the neighborhood. I think that's a 5-star hotel. The Hazelton. George Hamilton is 83. Wow. Does he still have his tan, though? That is the question. Does he still have his tan? I will be disappointed if he does not. Hey Estelle, I'm walking through your favorite part of Yorkville here, Old York Lane. Hey, how did they get a bust of me in their window? Complete with sunglasses. Hey, Jeff. Whatever happened to the Sutton Place Hotel? That's a condo now, Emma. They stripped the building down to sort of like its skeleton, and then they added 9 floors on top, 9 additional floors, and converted it to a condo building. So it doesn't look anything like it used to. It's taller and all blue glass like a lot of the newer condos. Very fancy. Well, we might as well head over to Bloor Street to keep with the fancy theme, the Mink Mile. Yeah, I heard the Eagles. I was like, I'm getting as far away from Hotel California as I can. Such a nice surprise when you get a copyright claim. You can check out any time you like, but you'll have no ad revenue. Do 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 do. look across the street. It's Herms. Hey, is this Herms? Hey, is this where you get those there bumpkin bags? I got $75. Can I get one of those there bumpkin bags for my girlfriend there? This is Herms, right?
Okay, yeah, I'm going this way. I'm gonna go get the. I could go down there and get the subway.
I wonder if anything is ever going to go in the old Pottery Barn building over there. It's been empty for so long. Looks like right next door or something is being renovated. But they got to do something with that Pottery Barn or no one's ever going to lease it. It still looks like a Pottery Barn. You know it, John O'Meara. They all know me by instant face recognition when I walk through this area. Hey, there goes our best customer. Hello, Darlene Labadee. How's it going? Pottery Barn was 1993. Yeah, after that Friends episode, it all went downhill after that. At Bay and Bloor. There's Italy. There's big Indigo Books right beside Italy. Manulife Center. Ken Lauren. Is Rachel going to get a job at Ken Lauren? Is she going to be my employee? You're hired. Just ditch that Ross guy. Xanta did something bad. Uh-oh. Did he kill somebody? That's insane if that happened. That's going to be like a big news story in the city if that happened. That guy was infamous already. But if he didn't do anything bad, he's already interesting anyway. I know all about Xanta, his whole history and all that.
But I really like stories.
And I've met him a couple times. He actually follows me on Instagram. We follow each other on Instagram. I don't even know if he even is active on Instagram anymore. That was like about 9 years ago, I guess. Yeah, he was known for doing push-ups in the middle of the street and for never wearing a shirt and for wearing a Santa hat. Even in the dead of winter, he'd walk around with no shirt on and shorts doing push-ups. And even in the middle of summer, he was still wearing a Santa hat, so it didn't matter what season it was. He did the opposite of what you're supposed to do. Aritzia. Okay, good. He didn't kill somebody. Okay, good. I thought maybe he did something newsworthy and he's being talked about in the media. My bad, Xanta. Yeah, David Zenkari is his real name, right? Maybe I can become the new Xanta, since he's not really able to, you know, continue with his previous antics from back in the day. Maybe I can take over. Just the push-ups and the Santa hat part, not all the other stuff that he did that was not very cool. Zenkai, yeah, that's it. The walk light is on for all crossings. The walk light is on for all crossings. Yep, shirtless in the middle of winter. And almost pantless too. We're walking along Bloor Street East. Walk like a dog at all crossings. Everyone's on all fours. Noisy vehicle. Hey, evening, Lisa. Is that right, Jeff? I applied for a job at this place way back in the day. Or not this place, the market next door. This is the W Hotel. This is new. Right here, the market. I applied here back in the day. when I was new to Toronto. I was just like, I need a gerb! Just give me a gerb! And then they didn't hire me, so I went, you took my gerb! It is an overpriced grocery store. Yep. This is the part of town where most things are overpriced. This whole walk has been through overpriced areas, basically. From the beginning of the stream all the way down. There's someone who's afraid of the camera there. Moved to New York. Oh, I'm aware. I'm aware of the overpriced nature of New York. Toronto's no slouch too, though, when it comes to that. All right, Matt Ross, enjoy the show. Triumph, that's another Toronto band. Never quite reached the level of Rush, in my opinion, but they're pretty big. Sort of like a lesser Rush, in a way. Not as progressive, though, themed. We're past 2.5 hours, that's right. Check out the moon. The moon's looking pretty cool tonight. Hey, Raja, have a good night. Thank you very much. My legs tired? Not at all, you know. Not even a little bit. And my feet are fine too, even though I'm wearing shoes that are probably not the best for taking long walks. I'm in good shape. Manulife. They ruined Dundas Square dancing non-stop. What's up with that? What's up with that? What's up with that? Yeah, I am still going, Novalcos. Actually, I'm kind of heading right back to where I began the stream, more or less. Because I walked up Sherbourne at the beginning, right past Bloor, and I'm approaching Sherbourne and Bloor right now. It does look nice at night, right? I think it looks really awesome at night. I like how the tall buildings with all their lights all look nice. Even the ones that aren't nice to look at in the daytime look nice at night. You can't see all the unattractive cladding and things like that on certain buildings. I've never done an e-bike stream, no. Have a good night, Brad and Marie. Glad you could make it. Kind of picking up the pace a bit because I think the plan is I'm going to walk to the Freshco on Sherborne, the one that I walked past right near the beginning of the stream. And I think that's where I will wrap things up there at that grocery store. So I think it closes at 10, if I'm not mistaken, so I'll have time to go in and pick up a few things. If it's already closed, then I guess I am a dingus. But most grocery stores downtown stay open until 10 these days. All right, thank you, Mark, for confirming. So I should be fine. I just need to run in and out. There's the aura down there looking pretty cool. Oh, Maria is still in the building. All right. Unlike Elvis. All right, crikey. I hope you had a good workout. No, I do not, John O'Meara. And if that Freshco was closed, I'd have to run to the Food Basics in St. Jamestown, and I hate that grocery store. So I don't think I'd have time to go to the Loblaws or the Metro. So I'd be stuck with Food Basics. Anything but that. And this guy is totally in my way. I'll just go around. Yeah, I think I need to get some yogurt, some lemonade, some soy milk, and some salty snacks of some sort. Neville. And look, we walked right past here about 2.5 hours ago, and now we're back. But everything is dark now, and I'm going in the opposite direction. It's nothing like before. Yeah, Food Basics is okay. It's just that particular store. I just really don't like that location. It's just not a pleasant experience to go inside that Food Basics store. I'm going round and round, just like Rat. What goes around comes around, round and round. I rarely go to No Frills. The one on Parliament Street is the closest one to me, and it's also a kind of a unpleasant store to have to deal with. Small, old, cramped, disorganized, grumpy staff. PC chips are $2.50. Oh. I will keep that in mind for my salty snack fix. You can get PC chips at Shoppers Drug Mart, right? That's right here. I heard that No Frills is closing, or something is happening with it, right? For a new development. I heard there's some confusion though that whether it's actually closing or not. Smells good around here. It smells like curry. It smells like yummy Indian food. I haven't tried those, Estelle. Hey, look, it's an electric bus on Sherbourne. 75 Sherbourne. It's packed. It's fully electric, not hybrid. I did a video riding one of those electric buses a couple of years ago. It was a smooth ride. But look, I found the Freshco. And what time is it? Still got a half an hour to go, so I don't even have to rush. So I'm gonna wrap up the stream. Thank you all. It was a fun walk around tonight. We walked through all the fancy areas, going up into Rosedale and the Summer Hill area, and then along St. Clair Avenue over to Avenue Road and back down into Yorkville. It was just fancy, fancy, fancy. But now we're not fancy here at Sherbourne Street, St. Jamestown. But I hope you all enjoyed, and thank you all. It was a pleasure chatting with you all. Thank you to the mods. for being awesome at what you do, and thank you for all those who sent support with your super chats and super stickers. Appreciate it very, very much. And of course, I will be streaming again in a few days at most, so keep an eye out for my next stream. And tomorrow evening I'll be premiering a video, so hope you can all catch that as well. And like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff that YouTubers say. I hope you can do it if you haven't already. Right, have a good night everyone. I'll see you again soon. Until next time, I will continue. Should I do the Johnny Yoink? Let's do it for fun. Yoink!